Hello, folks, and welcome to I'm not sure what to call this. It was a request by one of my few subscribers. They wanted me to do a video, record basically all my characters. I I guess it was just like, here's Palnai, my main, Alexstrasza, my farming tune, that kind of thing. Show you a little bit about them. Um, so I'll just show you a bit about Palnai. And like I said, this was a request. I don't know what to call it, but feel free to ask. You know, got an idea for something I could do. Feel free to suggest it. Especially if it's something related to EVE Online. I want to record something related to it, but everything I record ends up feeling wrong. So I just end up not releasing anything. So, wait. Oh, Broodamont Club. Nothing important. Okay. Sorry, just concerned for some reason. It was like, there isn't nothing on my screen that shouldn't be, is there? It's kind of like, oh, Gildy's name isn't on here, or ooh, better go check that. Apparently they fix up the website. Oh, I'll be sure to check that. If you're curious, this is, I don't know why I have two, but this is my character spec, my talent trait. Pursuit of Justice for the additional speed, 15 default speed with an extra 5% per holy charge. So that's nice. The improved stun, Fist of Justice, uh, Eternal Flame is an improved healing spell. It's an improved version of Word of Glory. Word of Glory does only like half of what Eternal Flame does, which is it gives you like the 20k health and that's it. With Eternal Flame, it gives you the 20k health. On top of it, heal over time, and it has a nice little thing that the heal of time does a little bit more if you use it on yourself. So, considering how much I solo and do terribly at it, it's pretty handy. Uh, Unbreakable Spirit reduces the cooldown on Divine Shield, Divine Protection, and Lay on Hands by 50%. Again, that's pretty useful considering how bad I am at this game. I tend to just kind of spam buttons. Um, just hit whatever comes up. At least that's how it seems to me, and I am my worst critic. Avenging Wrath lasts 50% longer with this talent and grants more frequent access to one of your abilities. For me, it reduces the cooldown of Hammer of Wrath by 50%, which is actually pretty useful as this is Hammer of Wrath. It does 20,000 holy damage, but it's only usable and generates a charge of holy power, but it can only be used on enemies with 20% health or less. I believe there is a glyph you can get that allows you to use it more on either like 30% or a different amount, and it affects holy and protection trees slightly differently, and also there's Light's Hammer, which is this. If it tosses the hammer down, and it also deals 8,000 damage to enemies and reduces their movement speed by 50% for 2 seconds, and heals allies 8,000 damage. I'm adding like 9 here. It's 7,991. It heals allies by that much every 2 seconds, and it lasts 14 seconds. So multiply 8,000. We're just adding that 9 because what's 9 points of damage between friends? By 7. That seems like a fair bit. So that's nice, and it can be used once a minute. Um, this is what Palnai looks like. Got a random bit of equipment. Mostly epics, actually. Just gonna have a quick look through. Yeah, all the equipment are all epics. Actually, I need to go buy gems for that helmet. Uh, though, considering how Warlords of Draenor is coming out in November, and I will be using this character for that content. I can't do the beta stuff because this stuff never works. You have to download something to check out your computer specs, and it never works on my computer. So, what can I do? Also, Palnai has earned all these achievements: Ambassador, Assistant Professor, Bloodsail Admiral, which is achieved by getting to Revered with the Bloodsail faction. I was doing it in as part of the Insane in the Membrane feat of strength, which once my human rogue Dionysus gets to level 60, I will be doing a bit of work on with him on it. And I will be recording it, of course. If I must suffer, so shall ye, is my philosophy. Brewmaster is I did the I assume I did the world event here for Brewfest. Crusader is if you do the Argent tournament and do achieve exalted status with every alliance race there, or horde, I assume, and you get the title and you can get extra dailies, and those extra dailies give more money than I think any other dailies in the game. But there's only like 3 of them. They give like 20 gold each. These 3 give 20 gold each, like 10 for doing it by default, and then if you choose the purse, you get an extra 10. So it's 20 gold for doing some really easy stuff. It's kind of nice. Farmer, which was getting exalted with the tillers. Let's stick with No, let's go with Crusader. Flame Warden, which was... Oh, I think I know which one the Flame Warden one was. Cataclysm. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've actually... Ah, yes. That was the summer one. That was it. I was confusing that with something else. Guardians of Cenarius. That's the... I think it's a feat of strength. I have no idea though. Ah, here it is. If you get to exalt with both the Cenarian Circle and the Cenarian Expedition, you get Guardian of Cenarius, who is met in Mount Hyjal, and he's a demigod who's like part stag, part night elf. Well, that's how he looks. There's multiple, I assume more than one way to get to exalt with the Cenarian Circle, but I can't try my best to do it the old way of just, well, not really the old way, but the most arseabout way of doing it, which was to, no, wrong continent, go down here to this sad zone. They took out most of the quests here, it seems. They added a few in, but because I did some of the ones in the past, I doubt I could see most of the new ones. Though I technically should, as I could see them elsewhere, but who knows. They didn't add in new ones, is all I'm saying. Like, and they also took out some really nice events, like you could put on Twilight Hammer gear and communicate with an elemental boss and fight them, and I found it fun. But I basically farmed the different Twilight camps. And I'll bring the pages, I'll find them to the Cenarian Hold, and I'll get some rep from it. I would also do some Encourage dungeons with my guild. So there you go. I just figure I'm showing you about my characters. I might as well do a bit of detail. I'll be honest. The request was somewhat vague. Actually, just going to check the language of it right here. just to make sure I'm not fucking this up. But like I said, if you ever want me to do anything, feel free to ask. I'm Yeah, just showing all your characters on WoW. I'm not mentioning the person's name because it looks like their real name, and I know they posted on my channel, so it's not that hard to find. It just feels like I shouldn't, if you get me, if that makes sense. Um, Also, there's the Argent Champion, which is gaining exalted status with the Argent Dawn and the Argent Crusade. I don't know if it's possible to get any rep with the Argent Dawn anymore. They used to be in the Plaguelands, which are over here. They used to have outposts down here in Chillwind Camp in the Bulwark, and right, so Chapel. That's where they used to have their outposts. You could do some quests for them, and you could also gain rep by which this was the main way of putting on a scourge. No, you would put on this like trinket, and it would allow you to gather scourge stones when you fought the enemies within Stratholme or Showomance. You could get scourge stones and turn them in, and that's how you gained rep. You had to grind basically, which, considering how you had to already grind it if you want to get any of your tier gear, they didn't used to have points in the old game. You would have to be purely farming dungeons for the hope, and then we would drop a single piece of gear. Apparently, one person, a friend of Starman from the World of Warcast podcast, he, like his guild leader, she had to farm 100 Stratholme 100 times to get a single pair of pants off an enemy. Like, it was, maybe it's slightly inflated. I have no idea, but it was horrible. Of course, that's slightly different to just gaining rep, but you just have to kill enemies repeatedly and within those dungeons. Jenkins, that's if you basically kill so many whelps within Luber's Lower Blackrock Lower Blackrock Spire within a certain length of time. Patron is the Children's Week. And remember I mentioned the Crusader title. Every time you get to Exalted with the different factions at the tournament, you gain their title of Darnassus, of Gnomergan, of Ironforge, of Stormwind, and of the Exodar. And the Horde ones are going to be slightly different. Just need to take a quick drink. My throat's very sore today. Of the Nightfall. I'll be honest, I've actually no idea what that is. I don't actually remember it. I remember even getting it. Of the Nightfall. Oh, I got the secret one as well. Daria. 1 second, folks. Yeah, I'm still looking for this. I just rubbed the mic and I'm back in. I didn't spend any time outside looking. Yeah, I have no idea what a Nightfall is. Sorry, when my doggies is asleep here on the sofa, just you can hear her dreaming. Just it's all very cute. Sorry, did I wake you? She's absolutely adorable. Yeah, I have no idea what that one comes from. Of the Shattered Sun is of getting to a Exalted with the Shattered Sun offensive. I did record a. Sorry if you could hear it tap dancing. I did record a video series on that, but I found it too lackluster to actually post. So I'll get back to that at some stage. The Argent Champion, I think I showed you that a moment ago. The Explorer is if you discover everywhere in the game. explore like every single area in the game, you get the title. Uh, Sorry if you can hear the motorbike outside. Someone just drove past. The Kingslayer is if you defeat Artist. Hordebreaker is if you participate in uh, patch 5.3. The Noble is Noble Garden. It's another monthly thing. Not monthly thing, yearly event. Easter, basically. The Patient, it's if you pug enough, you get that. Pug is using Dungeon Finder. You also get the secrets for doing so many quests. I'm going into a bit, maybe too much detail, but anyway, here's my profession list. My character is a blacksmith jeweler, as you can clearly see, but for a while he was a blacksmither or a jewel crafter and a tailorer. That was until some guy in the school basically got on to me. Oh, you're a paladin, so you should be this or that. And I was like, okay, to get you off my case, fine, I'll play it your way. And then when I told him, he was like, I don't care. So it was like, for fuck's sake. That was basically my stance on it, on the whole matter. Also, if you're curious here, the jewel crafting is 600 out of 10, 610 out of 610, 610. You get my point. That's because Draenites get a +10 bonus to jewel crafting. I didn't level archaeology much. This is what I've gotten in it. I haven't done much here. Judging by the size of this helm, a 10 core hammer of the Dark Islands must have been enormous, or possibly just enormously fat. I just, you can find different, you just find different little bits of lore, but I never was really a fan of the archaeology, just found it a bit boring, if you get me. But you can find pets and mounts, like this, for example. Like I can, if I go here, I can fossil. There we go. This is what it looks like, which is actually pretty adorable. Boom, storm. So yeah, that's pretty damn adorable. Also, fishing I found boring. Cooking I actually don't mind because you can make some pretty good food from it, which is pretty useful when you're soloing. Or trying to take on rares here in WoW. In Mr. Pandaria, rares in before Mr. Pandaria weren't really that dangerous. Here, they're like mini bosses. You have to learn their patterns and everything. Also, as of Mr. Pandaria, there's different sections to cooking. Before it was just purely, as far as I can tell, it was different. It was just like, here's one cooking bar, but now here you have to level up multiple different ones, and if you get them all to max, you get an achievement and maybe a little quest to give you a reward. I don't really remember. And first aid, I just pretty much just bought a ton of coal off the auction house to boost this up. I don't really care for it, basically. And actually, if you're curious as to what gear I have on, I got this helmet from, remember, patch 5.3? Got it from there. Some Golden Lotus equipment, probably bought it from the vendor. Okay, yeah, I sincerely doubt any of this is anyway interesting. But I'll just go through it briefly. Still haven't completed that enough to get it upgraded or whatever. I can't remember. I think there's a quest where you improve it. Either that or you just put a gem into the slot. Seriously. Just can't remember. Um, yeah, I've got some nice equipment here. Though other people have significantly better stuff, if you get me. But yeah, this is my main character, and you'll be seeing a lot of him when it comes around to Mr. Pandaria. No, Warlords of Draenor. I will be leveling up to 100 on him, and you'll be seeing every single bit of that content. Um, so yeah, basically, there's my character. If you're actually, I'll show you one little thing about maybe the skill tree. Actually, is there even a point? Okay, it just feels like I'm lacking a point here, and it just makes me feel uncomfortable. Just like, is this even entertaining? Hey, someone wanted to see it. I'll show it. Like seriously, I really don't mind. It just I feel like I'm missing something. Like I'm not going. Like I'm just worrying here. Avenging Wrath, different buffs. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Basically, it disorientates enemies for 6 seconds, so they'll stop attacking you for a moment, so I could get an extra heal or something off. Which can be nice, but they're removing it in the new expansion. Give us auras back, damn it. They were nice. Righteous Fury. I don't know why I still have that. Like, they took away my heals, but left me this. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, Reckoning used to actually do damage. I actually used to work it into when I was on my own, um, rotation. That's basically like you hit Judgment, then this, then that, then you start over again. Basically, I'll just hit Reckoning while I'll be soloing to do that extra little bit of damage. It was nice. Don't think it did much, but it was a case of every little bit helps. So yeah, this is the Paladin. It's nothing special. Let me think. Is there anything else here I could show you? Ooh, I could go get Cloud Serpent riding. Actually, I think I have to get to Exalted first with that faction. Never mind. I'll show you the farming out. And just take a quick drink while I'm logging out. This is my farming out. I tried to name it after Alexstrasza. I'm not sure if I spelled it correctly. The mother of the red dragons. So yeah. To be honest, not really a fan of Death Knights. Even though I'm just mash buttons on my Paladin, I mash buttons so much on my Death Knight, it feels like I'm it feels weird, basically. If that makes any sense. This is my, well, farming out, as I've said multiple times. Basically, uh, she runs around, gathering and all that, and ooh, I should actually go buff my herbalism, upgrade it. While I'm talking, I'll go do that. Um, that's basically all I do with her is basically just farm. Like just go out, find ore, find herbs, and that's it. Um, I do level her a little. Well, I did previously, but for whatever reason, I've just kind of stopped. No, don't really understand why I'm even bothering to get them to higher herbalism, but if I ever get back to playing her again, I may as well just have it so I don't forget to do it. So yeah, this is her talent tree, what it looks like. No idea if these are good or not. I think I just picked them randomly, or whatever seemed the best. Because I've never really played my Death Knight much, but or when I picked him, I haven't played in quite a while, and that while I'm tempted in just restarting and all that, so I can get back into the groove and whatnot, that would mean restarting, and that's kind of a pain. Um, just looking here, she's nearly max at mining, and she's also pretty high up there with herbalism. She hasn't done any archaeology, fishing, or cooking, and I've got almost max. Well, actually, no, I don't. I've nearly halfway done first aid on her. She used to be wearing all heirloom gear previously, but I just changed it out to mostly um, 85 gear that I made for her. I think so. Isn't there normally a thing on this saying that you made it? Like, who made it? Meh. Yeah, there is over here, but not on the gear anymore. Strange. But yeah, this is my farming tune. I remember back before you could fly around. There's not really much to say about this tune. This is why I'm just kind of. This one's kind of a bit shorter, if you get me. Okay. I remember back in the day, just like flying around here constantly, trying to. Well, not flying, just running around on my horse, trying to just find herbs and whatnot to gather so I could, gradually level up my herbalism and my mining and going from there. That was quite a few years ago, if memory serves. Um, I'll be honest, I don't think there's any way of me actually showing you this character's stuff. Hmm. No, there doesn't seem to be. Like, when they, you know, statistics about when they started or whatever. So, which is disappointing, but whatever. This is how long I've played this character. 7 days, 18 hours, 5 minutes, and 26 seconds. And only 10 hours, 23 minutes, and 35 seconds at this level. I'm gonna log out and show you what my paladin is like on when it comes to those stats. I know I haven't showed you much here, but that's because I really don't remember my Death Knight, and I only use her as a farming opt. Every Palnai is my main character and the one I have most fun playing as. So, like seriously, I've spent quite a bit of time playing this character. I want to say a month, but it could be more, it could be less. I'm not really sure. It was more, a lot more. Nearly 3 months. 82 days, 19 hours, 31 minutes, and 51 seconds. With 10 days. Okay. No deadly boss months. No. 10 days, 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 21 seconds at this level. That's how much time I've spent logged in. I've played this character a lot, as you can tell. Okay. So yeah, I'll show you the rest of the last few now, and by last few I mean fuck ton. Actually, just realized I didn't show you any of my rep factions and whatnot. Okay, since I'm going into too much detail as it is, why not? I know the person wanted to see some things to do with my character. I question whether or not they wanted this much detail. But this is what you're getting. Here's the currency. If if you care about this at all. Gone from different places and whatnot. Oh my god, a lot of those lesser charms. So yeah, there's those. Okay. That's my guild. If you want to send mail to anyone, send it to me. Firstly, I don't think the other guildies are even on. Secondly, it's, wouldn't be nice. Now here, Miss Pandaria, this is my rep with the different factions. Pause it if you want to have a look. I think the sore throat's making me a little grumpy right now. Oh, see, this is bonus reputation. I'll not use the things to speed up my leveling of it. Golden Lotus, same there. These are the individual characters within the tillers. If you get them all to exalted, all to max, then you get an extra quest. But you also have to have the tiller main faction at max as well. Here's Cataclysm. The stats of there. I've only got 3 non-exalted factions with Cataclysm. Nice. Wrath of the Lich King. Also, this isn't all the factions. I think I did move some down to unused when I maxed them out. So, Argent Crusade, Kentor. Damn, I think I've only got 2 here. No, Frenzy Heart and these. But of the main ones, I've only got 2. Frenzy Heart and these, slightly different, but suppose I should get back and do their stuff. Ash Tongue's Deathsworn. I should do a boost, deal with that rep faction at some stage. Maybe do a video series on it. Probably have to use my Death Knight for it, as I think I did most of the quests on my main. Here, 1 second, folks. Okay. Also, I did one on the Nether Wing. There's a few sets of videos I want to do on characters. This is what I'm just getting at. Then there's Lore City here. I've gotten the Shatar to Exalted, but I want to get the Scryers to Exalted as well. To do so, you have to basically gather up Basilisk Eyes and to trade them into a certain Scryer NPC. You get the Basilisk Eyes here, along this river, just somewhere around here. I think it's just here, but I'm not entirely sure. There's a couple of basilisks, not many, and they don't drop the eyes very rarely. Apparently most of them just have no eyes. So yeah, it's not an easy quest to do. takes quite a while. And since I'm at hated, you have to do quite a bit. Oh, sorry, I said the Shatar, didn't I? Sorry, Aldor. Shatar are the overarching group. The Aldor and Squires are two factions within it. If you are a Draenei, you start off at friendly with the Aldor by default and unfriendly with the Squires by default. If you're a Blood Elf, it's the other way around. If you're any other faction, you're by default neutral. And here's this classic WoW. The Brood of Nozdormu, you can only gain rep with them through the two, with AQ 40 and AQ 20. You know, the Encourage raids. So, not much you can do there. There used to be a few quests, but it's very limited of what you can do to gain rep. So, get a few guildies together and you can easily get some rep with them. But it's impossible to solo the second last boss of AQ 40 without someone with you. You may be able to solo AQ 20, but you won't be able to do AQ 40 without a little bit of help. The main reason is basically the second last boss. It's the twin emperors. If they're nearby and not on like there's a raised platform on either side of the room, unless they're there, both there, they'll probably be too close, and start healing each other. They keep healing by so many thousand every second that they're within 20 yards of each other. You have to check the exact stuff, but basically keep them on the opposite side of the room, which is why you need another person. Then again, maybe if you're a hunter, the bear or dinosaur would be enough, but who knows. The Hydraxian Water Lords, you can only get them to Exalted by running Molten Core. And towards the end, apparently only 2 bosses even give you any rep anymore. So it gets a little annoying. Ravenholt, you can only level them up by attacking enemies killing enemies within the Syndicate and by turning in lockboxes. Strong lockboxes, which you gain from Blackrock Depths and any enemies of a similar level, including the Murlocs on this island up here. There's some Murlocs over here, and the Green Gills over here. If you pickpocket them, you can get some of the boxes they drop are the correct ones. But you'd be better off going to the arena in Blackrock Depths. There's a ton of people up there that if you just participate in the arena event and then go upstairs, they'll be all neutral to you, so you can just start picking their pockets, and it's all easy. They won't be hostile to you at all, so it's very nice. The Taurian Brotherhood is related to Blackrock Depths as well, and you have to but you can also do a ton of quests outside of it for them. It's been quite a while since I've done anything related to them, so I can't really explain much about them. Timbermaw Hold are in Fellwood, and you can do quests for them, but it's mainly grinding by just mainly killing furbolgs, or however you pronounce it, in other parts of Kalimdor. Here in Fellwood, down here in Deadwood, isn't that a TV show? And Fellpaw, you can kill some there and get some rep. But also, remember the archaeology? I think it's trying to send me here. Either that or it's weird bug. Who knows? Oh wait, Zoltan? Isn't that an alien race from Faster Than Light? FTL, that game. And if you go to Winterspring and kill the those beings, I don't know what to call them, I can't pronounce it. I believe they have a camp around here somewhere, but they have another camp over here. Ooh, yeah, they have a camp here, if memory serves, unless they've changed it. They have a camp there and over here, and you just farm them. Darnassus, Exodar, and all that. You just do a ton of quests for them. You know the Elder coins and the Elder event? You gain 75 rep to each faction, so it's kind of nice. You can also slap on a tabard and run an early dungeon, and you get rep for it. This is merely doing brawling in the brawl pub in the deep run tram, and that's how you gain rep ranks there. And these are PvP factions, so you just do the associated PvP group, and you gain some rep with them. And then here's the 4 Goblin factions: Booty Bay, Everlook, Gadgetzan, and Ratchet. The Insane in the Membrane achievement requires you to have them at Exalted, and have gotten to Exalted with the Bloodsail to Revered with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. You don't have to have it both at the same time, thankfully. But it's still hard. Also, don't quote me on that. That's what I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. The Syndicate, I'm not sure if there's even a benefit to gaining rep with these people. They seem mostly to be cannon fodder. I don't really know much about them, I'll be perfectly honest. The Winter Saber trainers, you can get a Winter Saber mount from doing their quests. Previously, you just have to grind rep with them by killing certain enemies and whatnot. They did a ton of repeatable quests, but now it's just do dailies. They made it more in line with the Raptor mount from that the Horde got later on. Let's see what's in the inactive section. The Bloodsail Buccaneers. This faction, they no longer exist in WoW. Same with this Centaur clan. These used to be in Desolus. You could side with 2 different Centaur factions and do quests for them, but I could never finish their quest chain. It required like engineering stuff, and I couldn't give it to them, so Cataclysm rolled around and removed them. The Chandrolar have also been removed. Previously, you had to get to Exalted with them for the Insane in the Membrane achievement, but they removed it. That was distracting. Suddenly orc with globes on their shoulder. Okay. Also, the Zandalar tribe. If you remember from the previous expansion where Zul'Grob and Zul'Amon became 5-man heroics, the Zandalar tribe was behind that. Previously, they were on the side of good, and, well, more clearly good, and now I'm not sure are they good or evil in this one. Probably evil, but I haven't looked at enough of the lore. They were trying to stop the resurrected blood god. I'm just calling it as it's saying here in the description. But basically they're trying to stop the troll priests in Zul'Grob from resurrecting that god or summoning it in, because it's evil. A car? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, there you go. There's all my rep factions and my standings with each one. I know I didn't call them all out, but seriously, my throat's dying as it is. Just need more fluids. So yeah. There's Palnai, Alexstrasza, then there's Kandra. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think my aunt gave me the name for her. Basically, I wanted to level another character up, and that was as high as I could get her. Another paladin, nothing special. Warlock, always wanted to level 1, never got very far, which is why I'm going to level the undead character, Jocasta. Level her to 100 or 90 or whatever. This used to be the character I was going to do level to do Insane in the Membrane. You can see how far I got there. Also want to level another character there. Deepstalk. Basically, these are characters I could just practically delete if I wanted to. Deepstalk, My bank alt. I wanted to level Hunter at one stage, could only get him to level 9 before I lost interest. My aunt also gave me that name. The other names I've taken from WoW lore. Deepstalk, pretty much bank alt. That's it. Wanted to level another character. Wanted to see what Pandera and what were like. And then Dionysus. Basically, all but Deepstalk are unimportant. There, these two, Deepstalk and Dionysus, everything else is unnecessary. They could be deleted. I don't really care about them, if you get me. Spinebreaker. This is the other server I'm on. Random night elves. Basically, I just try to level different characters up. Again, I don't care for most of these. Try to level Khadgar here. Didn't get far. Geralt, didn't get far. Then the Oedipus, the orc that I've been leveling previously. Mithridates, which I believe I misspelled. Jocasta, which is misspelled, but the best I could do. Lepidus, Medea, and Guineas. You've seen all these previously. I don't really need to go into much detail to deal with them. I'm waiting for someone to throw a shit for all your characters are women, like, ew. Like, seriously, I'm waiting for someone to throw a shit fit over that. Fuck, wait. There, I said it. Huh? Not in a good mood today, as you can tell. And here's Monarch. Yeah, let's log into Monarch for just a moment. Also, you may have noticed there's another character there, a gnome. I wanted to level a gnome, I wanted to continue going, but I was kind of tired when I was leveling, and so I'm going to redo it. So, just haven't gotten around to it yet. I think I did it not yesterday, but the day before, and I've been doing other things. Sleeping mainly, actually. I dozed off at like 4 yesterday. Yeah, I logged in way too late. I didn't get my... I couldn't get my loot. Whatever I auctioned off, but it's not really a big deal. It's disappointing, but that's what you're gonna do when you don't log in for a month. Also, if you got a better name than Genost... Nost? Wait, Gnome? Nost. The G is silent, it seems. Nost. If you got a better name than that, feel free to tell me. At least make it pronounceable. Like, include a pronunciation guide. Will be nice. Or make a short video of you saying it. And send it to me. Will be nice, seriously. I didn't record any more of these characters because until like the dwarf campaign ended, which it still hasn't yet. I'm going to delete this character while I'm here. So, because I'm expecting someone to throw a shit fit, basically, if I do. Pretty much, well, they wanted to have the character named a certain way, and since I've named it something else because I played ahead, they're going to just be an asshole about it. Basically, it's just like I don't got time for that. Seriously, I have too much shit going on to be interested in that. So it's a case of, okay, look, I just won't do anything so no one will have an excuse to be grumpy. Ooh, I like that design on the shoulders. So anyway, that's my characters. They're There's something I feel like I should be saying here. Oh, as I said earlier on in this video, I'm probably going to keep it as one video. If you got any suggestions, anything, feel free to make a suggestion. Comment it on a video. Send me a private message on Facebook. Not Facebook. I do have a Facebook channel, but a Facebook page for this, but I don't really use it. I pretty much forget it exists. But just send me a message through YouTube. Like, seriously. I don't mind. I would love to do something for people if they find it entertaining. Just, the person just said, show me a video showing all your characters. Which is fine. Seriously, it's fine. I don't mind doing this. It just, give me a little more. Otherwise, I feel like, what should I do? It was fine at the time. I was like, sure, but yeah. Basically, I started grasping at straws and like showing you everything. The only way I could have shown you more to do with my characters if I stripped off all their clothes. Sorry, I was thinking whether or not oh, sorry, one of my dogs yawned. It was like I didn't recognize that noise. It was a strange one. Not sure if you heard it. Basically, do you think you'd be good in a French maid look cute in a French maid outfit? Palnai here. That's where my thought went, but whatever. Stripping, French maid outfit. Don't know why I connected the two. But anyway, like I said, if you've got any suggestions to do with WoW, or if you have an idea for an EVE Online video, like you want a certain topic touched on, feel free to suggest it. If you want me to try out a game, feel free to suggest it. Just keep in mind, I presently only have a Mac, so I can't play all games. Secondly, money is limited, so, you know, I can't buy all games. I'm already planning on buying Crusader Kings, and, well, if you've seen all the DLC for that game, it's gonna be costly. I didn't do all the maths, but I'm expecting to fork out over €80. Like, seriously, if I had a wallet, it would be crying right now. But feel free to make suggestions. But keep in mind, just because you make one, it doesn't mean I'll be able to follow through. Time, money, and all that, and even just computer specs can be restrictions on it. But I will try my best to do as much as I can. Do as many of the suggestions and whatnot as possible. So I hope you have enjoyed this thing. I don't really know what to call it. In fact, I have no idea what to even name it. I hope it's been somewhat educational, relating to both my characters and WoW as a whole. Like, here's different ref factions, different little bit of information about them, and so on and so forth. Till next time, folks. Adios.